I've made my living sitting in a comfortable chair, listening to others tell me their stories. I've never told anyone my own. I've always kept my personal life private and separate from my professional life. That's a good thing. Clients do not come to a therapist to hear about another's life. They come to hear about their own, and their telling of it helps them hear themselves more fully. Sharing my story is something I'd never planned on doing. Basically, I'm an introvert. A lot of therapists are. But an encounter with a cousin who died before I was even born inspired and emboldened me to tell my story. He helped me find my courage. He surely had plenty of his own. You see, I've had what some may call a rather difficult life, but one that turned out amazingly well. It was only because others held hope for me when I couldn't hold it for myself. It was only because I've walked many paths and turned around and around many times and then proceeded forward again, always looking for home, believing in my Mozart Street experience. As you read this book, you may wonder how I ever survived or came to the place of peace I now have. It was because I had many helpers. Most of them walked in present time on this land in my life right alongside me. But some had been here long before me and were beyond the veil in the unseen world of spirit. As my story unfolds, just know we never walk alone. What follows is an introduction conveyed to me by who I call the ancient grandmother, a spiritual helper I first experienced midway through my life. She conveyed, instead of murdering herself, Pam decided to save her life. It seemed at the time it was one decision made in one moment, but it took her a lifetime. In the end, she learned to love. Not a selfish love, but a deep love, grown through forgiving and through walking into darkness, carrying a candle and a rose. We witnessed every step, every misstep, every ending, every beginning, and held her with love. As promised millenniums ago, we sent her a series of invitations. Many of them she found painful, but all leading her into knowing love. Choice made the difference between grace and hell, and everything in between. We were there, holding her as she danced with suicide and depression through a very long, dark night of the soul. She thought she had lost us. She was sure innocence had died. Then, searching deeply inside her heart, walking backward through the darkness and the mystery of her life and our human lineage, she found a deeper, truer part of herself. Finally, one morning about 8:10 a.m., with a sip of coffee warming her tongue, she remembered. She realized she could love, and she could come home. For her, the end was worth the walks into darkness, the struggles with slippery mud, the falling and the getting up. She came to know she is not who she thought she was, and neither are any of us who walk upon this earth. We are so much more. She came to know her soul, a deeper, eternal part of herself, and to experience a timeless, universal love underneath all life. She wouldn't share this until now, until she knew the ending, and remarkably, until she experienced the beginning. And so, we start with the moment she finally recognized a great shift was upon her, and she could deny her deeper self no longer.